What's going on, Screaming Eagles? This is Jet Eagle 101 here. Welcome back to Sherlock Holmes and Crimes and Punishments. In our last video, we were looking at for research or information from our archives, and we gathered some new suspects. And with that, the last ending point, we found a vital witness that might be able to give us more details about Black Peter. So let's go see him, but we have to go change into disguise. So let's see here. I think that looks good. We'll do this one. Facial hair. And to the wardrobe.
Now I can approach Cairns and see if he recognizes the pouch.
Perfect. So we go to the Sea Witch pub to go find our sailor. Here a lot of stuff going on. Here he is.
Hello there. Are you Cairns?
What do you want?
We've heard all about the gambling and arm wrestling here. You seem like the likely sort, and I'm up for it.
I start at 10 shillings.
Suits me.
Suits me. Okay. Facial expressions. I gotta hold my stamina. I gotta hold it. Come on. Come on. Come on. I gotta let it go. Why is it not going? Come on. I got him in the hole. I can feel it. I can feel it. Come on. Ah, my stamina. Come on. Okay, come on, come on. Okay, I'm skipping this because this is ridiculous. I tried so far, but he did not want to work with me.
You were lucky. I wasn't focused. Let's go again.
Okay. Actually, before we do that, I'm going to take a closer look at you. Cheap clothes. Yellow nails. And a sailor's tattoo. Alright, let's continue.
I'm ready to try again.
Fine. If you want me to take all your money, no problem with that.
Here we go again. Ooh, he kind of threw me off right there. Come on. Okay, I can do that now. Last one, he was proving a bit of a challenge. But I can beat him second time.
Good for you, I reckon. You're stronger than you look. Here's your 10 shillings.
I'd like to buy you a drink.
Good winner as well. That's good. Let's have a drink. You're a good type. Seems you've managed to settle down in life. You've got money, eh?
Not all that much.
Oh, well. At least you're not as poor as me.
Why do you say poor? You're not working?
I'm a harpooner. But you see, the whalers are rare. They don't pay much. So, as a result, find myself arm wrestling to pay for my drink.
A harpooner? Interesting. You've had a lot of adventures, I bet.
Ah, of course. It's been a dozen years since I've sailed. I've seen everything. Old Wallace, damn Black Peter, Great Roger, we sailed to the Cape of Good Hope.
Black Peter, you say? I've heard rumors about that one.
He was the worst of them all. He was a liar, and violent too. Swinging those fists of his around. He was a tyrant, and not much of a captain. At least, not as good as Great Roger.
I see. Yes. I was told terrible tales about Black Peter.
But you ain't heard the worst.
Oh.
Tell me, and let's have another drink.
It was in 1883 that it happened. The August of that year. Peter Carey was captain of the Sea Unicorn, and I was a spare harpooner. We were coming out of the ice pack on our way home. One evening, we saw a little craft that had been blown north. There was only one man on her, and he wasn't a sailor. The crew must have thought that she'd foundered, and they made for the Norwegian coast in the dinghy. I guess they all drowned. We took the man on board.
And who was he?
I dunno. During the crossing, he and the skipper enjoyed some long talks. His baggage was just a tin box.
That's strange enough.
Aye. Even stranger was that on the second night, he disappeared. Nobody knew what happened to him. And of course, nobody could ask Black Peter about it.
You know what happened, don't you?
I do. I saw the skipper tie his heels and push him over the rail in the middle of my watch on that dark night. 2 days before we sighted the Shetland lights.
Black Peter's a murderer.
Aye. Those that know him wouldn't be surprised to hear it. But all this must stay between us. All right?
Of course. Back in a second. I'm off to the Kazi.
I'll be here with my drink.
Interesting. So, Black Peter was a murderer who killed that guy that was on the yacht and took
Here it is.
and killed his and took all his bonds. That's what he did.
Have you got any tobacco? I've run out of mine.
Nah, I lost my pouch. I don't know where. Wait a minute. What's this?
Oh, is this your tobacco pouch?
Well, oh, it is.
Well, I have to go now. I know a captain who's planning an expedition to Cape Cod. Captain Ahab's his name. He commanded the Pequod. He might need good harpooners. I'll tell him about you.
Maybe. If you like, aye.
I'm done here. It's time to leave.
Time to go back into my brain thoughts. I think we may have figured it out. So Keynes is guilty. Peter Carey was murdered by Patrick Keynes. Keynes is a professional harpooner. His tobacco pouch was found inside Carey's cabin. I think it was because of the drunken sailor. Sure. Let's absolve his crimes. Hold on. Yeah. Absolve. I got it right. We solved the case. And we figured it out, too. Now, let's see what happens.
Good afternoon. I must be at the wrong address. I'd like to speak with a ship's captain, a Captain Ahab. Is that you?
No, my name is Sherlock Holmes.
That detective fella? So, you wanted to see me?
That is correct. We need to talk.
About what?
About Black Peter, who was killed in his own hut with a harpoon.
You know, don't ya?
Yes.
How?
The tobacco pouch. You recognized it.
The sailor. It was you. Unbelievable. Well, fine. I confess. But if you really do know everything, you should also know that I didn't want to kill him. He made me do it.
I know. Did you know about this story with the bond certificates? Did you need money?
Yeah. I just wanted him to cough up a little silver. I'm out of work, and I thought maybe he could help me. Well, he refused outright, and he insulted me. I reminded him I knew all about that murder he committed at sea in 1883. Then he got mad when I spoke about his treasure. I barely just had time to throw the harpoon at him before he could jump at me with his knife. You know the truth. What will you do now?
I ask that you return the bond certificates. Keep some of them. You will need them in your exile. It is better that you leave the country for a few years.
And you won't say anything to the police?
I will not say anything as long as you return the money.
Well, I'll do as you ask. But what about Inspector Lestrade?
I will deal with him. Goodbye.
Oh, there we go.
It's good that you asked me to come, Mr. Holmes. We do need to talk.
About what?
What do you mean? Our case, Mr. Holmes. You sent me a message via your little thug,
His name is Wiggins, Inspector.
telling me that the case is solved. Well, Mr. Holmes, tell me, who is our murderer and where is he?
The morgue.
Eh?
His name is, or rather was, Pablo Coventral. He was also on the ship with Peter Carey, and he was a harpooner. I'll tell you everything, Inspector, but do calm down. Mrs. Hudson will bring us tea and orange cake.
Orange cake? You're spoiling me, Mr. Holmes. That's my favourite.
Sometime later.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. Inspector Lestrade told me that I should thank you for clearing my name. He also said that you were waiting for me here. I came as fast as I could. I cannot thank you enough. It is all because of you that this nightmare is finally over.
I believe that this belongs to you.
My father's securities. Incredible! But how did you get them?
It would take far too long to explain.
Tell me. This is extraordinary. You are a genius.
Then that may serve as an explanation. Goodbye, Mr. Nelligan, and good luck.
Goodbye, Mr. Holmes. And thank you. 1,000 times thank you.
Peter Carey was murdered by Patrick Kane, a professional harpooner, the only one capable of exerting such as an accurate throw. His tobacco pouch was found inside Carey's cabin, but the murder was in self-defense against an armed and furious drunken sailor. You had decided to absolve Patrick Kane's. In conclusion, Keynes is guilty and absolved. And just to show you it's true, hold the check conclusion may spoil game experience. Green for it was correct, so we solved it and we found all the clues to it. Alright, so now let's go on to our next story. Or accept this. We're about to finish this case. Yes. Sympathizing. Okay. Riddles on the rails. Well, that's an extraordinary start to go to.
This trip to the countryside will be good for you, Holmes. As your friend and your doctor, I really do recommend that you give yourself a complete change of scene. Fresh air, brisk walks, bird watching, chopping wood.
Sounds intolerable. I mean, certainly it sounds delightful.
But you haven't yet told me who your friend is, the one we're going to visit.
He is a bee lover.
A bee lover? Do you mean that he keeps bees? That must be Mrs. Hudson, bringing the warm cloth that I requested.
There is someone to see you, Mr. Holmes.
I have no time. Send whoever it is away.
Yes, Holmes, I really think we ought to leave now.
Who's this?
Mycroft.
Sherlock.
Oh, Mr. Holmes? Perhaps you don't remember me. I'm Dr. Watson. We met at the Diogenes Club a few years ago. I documented our encounter in a short story I gave the title The Greek Interpreter.
He does remember you, Watson. My brother remembers everything, and that is why he is so valuable to the government.
We're about to depart for the train station.
I know.
You know?
Sherlock, I need your help. There are people who presently threaten both our country and the Crown itself. You must help us with those methods of yours.
Need? Help? Those are not words I would readily associate with you, Mycroft.
I wrote you a letter, but you did not reply. And this is not about politics. It's about people. People similar to those whom you pretend to defend in your petty detective affairs.
Everything is about politics with you, Mycroft. I'm not interested. Have some of your agents, your spies, or worse, undertake this job of yours. You are defending your people, and they have little to do with the people I choose to help, I can assure you.
That is the point. You think exactly as they do.
Who are they?
The Merry Men. He is talking about the Merry Men, a band of idealistic terrorists.
Sherlock, do please think about it. They are planning something diabolical. Your country needs you.
You need me, Mycroft, and you are not the country. Although if your waistline expands very much further.
Mrs. Hudson, tea will not be necessary. Dr. Watson, the train conductor, Mr. Parker, is aware that you will be 7 minutes late. You are in the 4th car. The train will be waiting for you. Sherlock, enjoy your time in Staffordshire. And do, please, at least write to me on your return.
A caring brother wanting his help. Harpoon that used to kill Blackbeard. Oh, I got a letter. I wonder what this letter is all about. The grotesque murder of the former Captain Peter Carey, known in private as Blackbeard, has been resolved. The evidence that Scotland Yard received from a trustworthy source was the most significant to conclude that the murder of Peter Carey was Pablo Covetro, one of Carey's former harpooners. However, lawful justice cannot be awarded. Covetro was found dead of natural causes, possibly from his remorse of committing such a terrible crime. Now, that's one way of looking at that. Alright. What's this? Alright. Okay, you keep telling me to click X. I already read it.
Holmes, please call a cab while I pack my suitcase. We should be late for the train.
Alright, very well.
This is where I keep my post.
Turning in circles.
Watson, I'll hold a cab for us. We leave in 5 minutes for the station.
1 week later. Riddles on the rails. I wonder what could be going on a rail track.
What a gloomy night. It was warmer inside the waiting hall.
Since the station master told us that the train is about to arrive, we should not have to wait very much longer.
Yes, at last.
Attention! The train is arriving at the station. Please stand well away from the platform edge.
I'll take your bags and your blasted archive suitcase. But, Holmes, the headlight. It's faded away.
Something is wrong. I can't hear any sound from the incoming train.
Excuse me, sir. Can you explain what has happened?
I don't know. It's as if the train vanished into thin air.
Holmes, say something.
Quick, fetch a lantern and let us take a look.
Excuse me.
It's too dark. Only fog and rails, nothing else.
There is no use in stumbling around here at night. We will come back tomorrow.
The next morning, very early. Sitting in the carriage with Dr. Watson.
Well, here we are again at Evesham Station. We have a full day ahead. Let us begin our investigation.
Yes, let us begin our days.
This map will be useful.
Alright. Oh, we're gonna borrow a map, I suppose. So, good, we got a map. Sure, anything in here that could help us out, maybe?
First of all, let us examine the area where the train disappeared.
Alright, let's go to where we believe the train disappeared.
This is the place where we saw the train vanish last night.
A discarded item, possibly thrown from the train. Railway sleepers, nothing unusual.
No?
There are no tracks or footprints on the ground. The rails have not been touched. There's nothing unusual here.
So it looks like that.
There are no signs to indicate that the train ran off the track, nor are there any other traces. There is nothing whatsoever. There are no clues. But then, a negative result is also a result.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. No clues, and you're smiling.
Yes, Watson, I do smile on occasion. This mystery appears very promising.
It sure does. So, the question is, where did the train go? How did it just disappear like that? It's my concern and thoughts right there on that one. Let's talk to the station master guy. Maybe he can help us out.
Good morning. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
Yes, I remember you. I'm Station Master Everett. You were here last night. So, you are Mr. Holmes, the great detective. Will you be investigating what happened?
I shall indeed.
It is extraordinary that an entire train could disappear like that. And to think of all the poor people inside it, the passengers, the driver.
Let's do a little inspecting about you. Fully gray hair. Well, that's kind of obvious to look at. Honorable badge. Spots of earth. And a wedding ring.
Could you please give us any details about the train?
Well, there was nothing so very special about it. At least not that I can recall. My memory's not what it used to be. However, if you need it, you can have the train composition report. It's inside my office.
See you later, my good man.
Well, thank you very much for helping us out. But we're not going to do any more as it is. We're going to end the video from right here. I hope you enjoy it. If you did, hit that like button. If you got something to say about it, hit it down in the comment section. Want to be part of the Screaming Eagles with more exclusive content? Hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification for more upcoming videos by Jet Eagle 101. And as always, I'll see you later. Have a good one.